This is a weird one for me because I'm in a very strange situation at the moment, right, where I am very lucky to be employed, and I thank my lucky stars every day that I am employed here, and I love working here, and I love doing what I do. But the vast majority of my friends are entertainers. I would say 95% of my friend circle are either entertainers or hospitality industry, one of the two of the hardest hit industries in this pandemic, right? And I haven't said anything about it because a couple of reasons. One, I think my job on this show is to be funny, and I think our job as a show is to entertain people and not be depressing when everything else around you is depressing. We provide a bit of a light, right? That's kind of what we do.
That's what we try. Do it if we achieve it or not. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't state it if that's all right.
But
Good one.
I had a comedy show scheduled for this weekend, and I lost that gig. And luckily enough for me, that's not a big deal. You know, that's it's disappointing that I don't get to do the show, but I overall it's not that big a deal. But even here, Kat, for her, that was a big amount of her income for the next month. And over the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks, she's probably lost about a quarter or maybe even half of her next 3 or 4 months' work. And still, we haven't really said anything about it because we're still very lucky and we can still afford to pay the rent. But my friend James Buster, who's a juggler, he got together with a whole bunch of comedians because I don't know if people know how hard the industry has been hit, and they made a video about it. There's a little bit of it if you want to hear some of it.
Yeah, I just don't know, what's my purpose? It's been pretty hard trying to work through all of that.
We lost 3 months worth of touring on one day, and that's income for almost 50 performers.
We all just stopped. We just stopped existing. Everything we knew just didn't exist anymore.
Other industries are opening up. Ours is very much not.
At the end of March, I think that everything's back to normal. But really, for our industry, it's not all back and all rosy. And, we don't get a regular weekly wage at this moment.
I'm actually on suicide watch for about at least 2 of my friends at the moment, where I'm just texting them on a daily basis just to hear. And I've said to them, you don't have to say anything. I just want to hear back from you. Just want to make sure you're okay. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are in that boat at the moment, but it's just really tough. And I just think when you're watching Netflix or, any show, just think that that's the people that are entertaining you in this time, and they're probably the people that are suffering the most.
It's really hard. I think, like you said, for so many industries, I went to drama school with so many people. One of them had been out of work for a long time, so excited to get Harry Potter, the Harry Potter show, and then they got shut down, and then they went back and just got shut down. He's like, when I'm going to the football and there's, I'm sitting on seats, he was just like, I'm not allowed to perform, but yet they are allowed to. So it's just that smack in the face where it's the government do put a preference into sport over the arts.
What do we do to help then? Because we know the situation's not great, but what are your friends wanting?
I think they want government assistance. They want the arts to be recognised for an actual service that's needed.
Yeah, and if anyone is suffering as well, Lifeline, do reach out to them, 13 11 14.
Stab Abby and Matt on B105.